Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today I have some super duper cute projects to share with you. This is part of a new challenge hosted by Brenda at Monner's Market, and I was lucky enough to be chosen as her co-host this month. The challenge is called Bloom with Grace, and there will be a giveaway, so stay tuned for instructions. That being said, let's get started. So for this first project, I'm taking one of the Dollar Tree signs, and I am taking one of the pages out of a book of paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, yeah. Anyways, the sign is too big because it's only a 12 by 12 page. So I'm taking my little mini table saw and I am just going to cut the sign down. And now I'm just kind of sanding down that edge to get rid of any excess pieces. And then I'm taking my little ladybug to do some quick cleaning and taking off the sticker from the back of the picture. And then I'm going to just sand that little piece down just to get all of the sticky off. And now, of course, I'm going to put some Mod Podge on the entire sign and then place the paper on top. And then I end up just putting some more Mod Podge on the top. Now, I think that's where my problem comes in because that's when I end up getting all of the wrinkles. But anyways, so I'm taking my finger sander and I'm just going around the entire sign, getting off all of the excess pieces of paper. And now I'm taking these like wall stickers, whatever they're called, from Dollar Tree. And I start off cutting off just a piece of this sunflower, but you'll see later on that I end up using the entire piece. So I'm going to, I take this off, put it back on the paper, and then I go for the longer sunflower first. So I take that off the backing and I am just going to lay it on top of the buffalo check paper. So I placed this sunflower down and I'm using my handy dandy roller that I got from Plaid, and just to make sure everything is stuck nice and tight. So now I'm taking that little sunflower that I cut out, and guys, I really had a hard time figuring out where I was going to put this. I opted for the top of the sign, which meant that I had to use the stem that I cut off of this flower. So here I am, gonna peel it off and place it down and give it a good roll over and call it at that. So now I'm just going to flip it over and I am going to cut off all of the excess pieces of sticker. And then I'm going to take some craft paper and I am going to use that just to cover the back and give it a more completed look. So now I'm taking the roller that I have from Cricut and I'm just trimming off the edges. And then I am going to just flip it over, take some of that jute and make a hanger for the sign. And that is pretty much it for this project. I did add some of the bees that were on the sticker as well, but that's all there is to this one. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next project, I'm taking one of the, I believe it's an 11 by 14. It's one of the big frames that they have at Dollar Tree from time to time. And I'm taking the backing off and the paper and glass right out. I won't be using the paper nor the glass for this project. And then I'm going to take the sign and I am going to give it a very distressed layer of white Waverly chalk paint. So once the frame is done, I take this little mason jar that I got from Dollar General and I am going to give this little mason jar 2 coats of the white chalk paint. And then I take the little cardboard backing from the picture itself, and I'm just giving it 1 coat of the Waverly chalk paint. Now, once the white is mostly dry, I am going in with this elephant chalk paint and I am just going to do uh, kind of a heavy-handed dry brush on the mason jar as well as the backing to the picture frame. I then decide to take the picture frame and go over most of the white with the elephant chalk paint. Once that's dry, I am just going to replace the backing of the frame and then I am going to take that mason jar and I am going to hot glue it right to the back. And now I'm just going to cut all of the sunflowers off of this bundle because I really thought I was going to, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought I was going to stick the stems down in between the mason jar and the backing, which I could have done if I didn't actually hot glue it down. But anyway, so I'm popping off the heads of the sunflowers and gluing them onto the backing of the picture frame. And then I'm just taking some of the leaves that came with the sunflowers and I'm just kind of putting them in different places kind of sporadically until I like the way it looks. I am then just going to take a couple of the smaller sunflowers that I had and I am going to just hot glue them onto the little mason jar. And after that, I'm just going to use my little bees again. I think these things are so cute. And I'm going to just place them all around the picture and the frame. And that is pretty much it. I think this one came out really, really cute as well. I guess I just like all of my stuff. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. So for this next project, I have these 3 signs from Easter. You'll see the back and you'll recognize them, I'm sure. But anyways, I am going to paint them all with 1 coat of the Waverly white chalk paint. And then I am going to go in with the elephant chalk paint and I am just going to do a nice dry brush on all 3 pieces. While they're drying, I'm taking this sticker sheet that I got from Dollar Tree and I'm just cutting the pieces out that I want to use. And I'm just going to stick them right to these pieces of MDF. They were signs, I think. Anyway, you'll see. Once I've got them all stuck down, I'm just going to go over the entire piece with this matte Mod Podge. And then I am taking some of the tumbling tower blocks. I have 9 of them. I'm going to make 3 pieces to use as a stand for each sign piece. Boy, I'm a mess on this one. Anyway, I'm going to hot glue them to the back of these little signs. And that's pretty much it for this project. I think they're so, so pretty. I was unable to cover the backs, but I'll just keep them somewhere where they won't be seen. Let me know what you think. So this video is part of the Bloom with Grace challenge hosted by Brenda over at Monner's Market. And she asked me to co-host with her on this challenge. And I am beyond thrilled. If you have not visited Brenda's channel yet, you owe it to yourself to get on over there and check it out. She does amazing work. There is a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway with this challenge. All you have to do is watch all the videos in the playlist and listen for the secret question in all of the videos and add your answer to their comments. And stay tuned for my question. So for this next project, I am taking a dish, I believe it's a candle holder actually, and one of the plates that would go under a candle, and I am just going to use some E6000 around the rim, and I'm going to flip it over and glue it to the plate. And I'm just going to set something heavy on it and let that cure. And now that it's cured, I'm going to take some of the super glued gel from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take this twine that I got from Amazon, and I am going to use that for just the first wrap around the glass, because the hot glue just doesn't, it doesn't stick, it doesn't stay. So this will give it a secure hold. And then from there, I'm just going to use the hot glue, but I'm going to put the hot glue on the twine or jute itself, and then wrap the jute around the glass. So my secret question is, are you looking forward to fall, or do you want to stretch summer out just a little bit longer? At the end of your answer, I'd like you to add a sun, a palm tree, and a sunflower emoji. Or you can write the words out if you can't find the emoji. Now, I did wrap the jute above the top of the glass, just so that I can give it more of like a mounded look, because the glass had just a flat bottom. So I'm gluing it inside itself to bring it together at the top. And then I am going to take a piece of the jute to make a little loop, and I'm going to stick the 2 tails of that loop right down into the hole, and glue that right into place. So once I got that taken care of, I took the jute and I am just making a circle that I can glue right onto the hive to use as the opening. And now I'm going to take some more of that jute and the super glue, and I'm just going to go around the bottom dish to just kind of cover up the glass a little bit. And now that that's done, I'm just taking some black, I believe it's apple barrel, I got from Plaid. Thank you, Plaid. And I am going to just paint the whole black. Now I'm just going to take my little package of bees that I got from Amazon. They're just little plastic bees and they have like a flat back. So they're easy to glue on. But anyways, I'm just going to take a few of them and scatter them around the beehive. So now I'm going to take this ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. It has little sunflowers all over it. And I'm going to use that to make a bow. But it's too thick. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm going to run just a small bead down the ribbon and I'm going to fold it onto itself so that it is a thinner ribbon. And then I'm just going to make my bow. And once I get it to the right size, I just make the bow and then I hot glue it up on the hook, the little jute loop that I made. Sorry, can't talk. It's kind of early. And then I'm just going to cut the tails and glue them down so they stay in place. And then once that's done, I'm just going to take some sunflowers and some other little greenery pieces, and I'm just going to glue them around the bee's nest. And then I'm just going to take one more little bee and stick it over by the greenery and the sunflower that's down there. And that's it for this project. How stinking cute is this thing? I just love it. I've never made a bee's nest before, and I think it's super cute for my first try. Let me know what you guys think. Now for this next project, I'm just taking one of the Dollar Tree signs. I believe it's a summer sign. Guess it doesn't really much matter. But anyways, I am just going to take the sticker off. I'm filling in the holes where the hanger was, because I'm just going to end up putting a hanger in the back. And now I'm just trying to decide which color to use. I got these little bottles from Plaid again. And once I make that decision, I'm just going to give this sign one quick coat. And then while that's drying, I am taking this page out of this page that I got out of the new 2022 calendar. And yes, I did get them. I ended up getting a case. However, I didn't end up getting one of them because they sent me two of the same designs and I'm missing one of the designs. Anyhow, if anybody needs these calendars, I do have a few extra, so just drop me a line. Back to the program. So I'm taking the antique wax and I went around this page that I cut out, and now I'm just making a trip around the sign, and I'm going to just do a little bit of the antique wax around the edge of it. And now once I have all of the pieces that I'm going to use cut out, I do end up going through and, well, first here I am kind of like placing everything where I think they should go. But then I do take all of them and do some antique waxing around the edge of every piece. Now I'm just going to dump a little Mod Podge, and I'm just going to Mod Podge the pieces that I cut out onto the sign itself. And now that everything is stuck down, I'm just going to do a quick coat of the Mod Podge on the entire sign so that it's all cohesive and there aren't like little shiny spots where everything was glued down. And then I'm just taking that little sponge with some antique wax on it, and I'm just going over the entire sign, all of the little pictures and everything. And then I'm going to take this craft paper, and as you guys know, I like to finish the backs of my projects. Just makes it look a little more complete. But anyways, so here I am just cutting it out, and then I am just going to flip everything over, and I am going to hot glue that craft paper right to the back of the sign. And now I'm just taking my little finger sander and I'm going to go around the sign and sand off all of the edges. And now I'm just going to take some of the jute. Apparently I have an itchy arm. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to take some of the jute and make a little hanger for the back of the sign. And then while that's drying, I kind of just flip it over and put it on a piece to keep it up from the table so it doesn't stick to the table. And then I'm going to take some more of those little bees and just scatter them around the sign. And now I have this little bushel of flowers. I believe I got it at Michael's during their sale. It was like 70% off. Anyway, so I'm just taking some of the flowers off that I think I want to use for this project. And then I'm going to take that same ribbon with the sunflower on it, and I am going to make a bow for the sign. And now I'm just going to glue all of the flowers down. I decided to cover that flower that was in the upper right hand corner that I Mod Podged down. I just didn't, I don't know, I wanted some more kind of texture and some 3D effect with the flowers. So anyways, I covered it. And then I just put the bow up at the top, and now I'm just placing one of those little teeny tiny bees in the flower itself. I think it's so adorable. And I contemplated putting a bee on the bow, but then thought better of it. But anyways, this is it. This is the finished product. I think it's so adorable. I love it so much. I can't wait to hang it up. But let me know what you guys think about this. I would like to thank Brenda for allowing me to co-host with her on this challenge. And I would also like to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you have not visited my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Give this video a great big thumbs up and share with your family and friends. And I will see you next time. Bye.